Hey guys, it's the Quarantine Cuber, and today I'm going to show you how to solve a 3x3 using the beginner's method. So let's start off with some basic notation. So all of our notation is described using the side that we're turning, the layer that we're turning. So this is the up layer, which has a U to represent this layer. This layer is opposite of the U layer, which is down, or D. This is front, F, or F. This is back, or B. This is right, or R. This is left, or L. So if you just see the letter by itself, you turn that face clockwise. So U prime, D prime, sorry, not U, D, F, B, R, L. On the other hand, if you see an apostrophe besides the letter, that's D, so say D apostrophe, that's D prime, which means you turn it counterclockwise. So instead of turning it like this, you would turn it the other way, which is counterclockwise. So U prime, D prime, F prime, B prime, and you get the idea. And finally, if there's a 2 after the letter, that means you turn that face twice, like that. So U2, D2, F2, B2, R2, L2. So the notation is really important. You'll need to know that throughout the whole video. And now let's get to actually solving the cube. So the first step, I'll just scramble it a bit. So the first step is to get all of our cross edges, the white sticker of them specifically, to the top layer in these 4 spots. So you would do that by first bringing them up like this. You can bring that one up like this, bring that one up there, and finally we have one here which we can move the whole daisy over to do this. So this step is called the daisy. And the next step would be to actually make it a white cross on the white center. That would be done by aligning the side color of each of these edges with the bottom, with its center. You can do that by just turning the U face. And then you end up with it just 2 moves, 1 move away from where it's supposed to be. So then we would do an F2. You can repeat that with all of the edges. So if we turn here, after doing a U2 move, we have the blue one attached. So we can do an F2. Then another U2 would make this one be attached. And then another U2 from here would make this be attached. And as you can see now, we've got the white cross done. And now the next step would be inserting the bottom layer corners. So let me just show you a quick example. So first you hold the cube. So a white corner is above its corresponding slot. So I see this white, green, orange corner is above the white, green, orange spot. So that's where it has to go, and that's where it is. So now here's where we need to learn the first algorithm. So right side up, R, U, R prime, U prime. Then we repeat that until that corner is correctly oriented on the bottom layer. As you can see now, the corner's in its correct place. Now we would turn the cube and do that with another corner, like this one. That is now above its slot, so we would do the same thing. And now we'll use this corner, put it above its slot. And now we're gonna do this corner and put it in its slot. That was in one sequence. So that was an easy case, but say this happens, you get a flipped edge. That you can solve that just like you normally do. You just keep doing the sequence of moves until the corner gets in its place. If you have two corners interchange with each other, then you can take this one corner out, then insert it into its proper slot. Then do the same with the other corner that was in the slot. Now the next step is the middle layer edges here. So first we need to find an edge that does not have yellow on it. So I'm going to choose this edge, orange and blue. I put that so its side color, not the top color, is matching with the center. And now we see where it has to go. As we can see, this has to go here. So if that works, if that's the case, then we do it this way. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F prime, F, U prime, F prime. So I'll just do that again. So I'll take it out this way so I can show you the same case. A more intuitive way to do that would be, so you move the corner away from where it has to go. So it has to go here, so we moved it away. And then we move the corner up. And then we move it back where it was originally, and then restore the cross edge. And that pairs this up. So then you move it closer to where it has to go, and then take its slot out, put it in, and now the edge is solved. So now we can do that with this edge. As you can see, now it has to go to the right side. In this case, we do the opposite algorithm. So U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F, U, F prime. So another way of doing that a more intuitive approach of that would be move the edge far away from it, farther away, take the corner out, and then move the edge back where it was originally and restore the cross edge. And then move it closer to where it has to go and pull its slot out, line up white, and insert it in. So as you can see, I've done it with all the edges, but here, another case we can have is we have a flipped edge. In that case, you take it out using any of the algorithms either of the algorithms I just showed you, and then insert it by doing one of the algorithms I just showed you. And now on last layer, to orient all the pieces, you can have one of three cases. The first one is you just have a line, ignoring all the corner pieces. You just have a line of yellow stickers going across. In that case, you would do this algorithm. I'll also throw it up screen over there. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and that gets the yellow cross. Now, in the other case, for the second case, ignoring the corner pieces, if you just have an L, then I'll show you two algorithms for this. The first one, it's up screen there as well. The first one, from this angle, F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. And that also solves the yellow cross. Now another algorithm for this is, I'll also throw it up screen there, is holding it from this angle, so it's opposite of where it was. So first it was here, now we're putting it here. And it's wide F, so that means you turn F along with the middle layer next to it. So like this. R, U, R prime, U prime, wide F prime. And that also gets the white cross on top, yellow cross on top. So whichever one suits you best, you can use that one. So the last case is if you just have a dot in the center, no yellow edges around it, obviously ignoring the corners. In that case, you do both the cases I just showed you. So first, the line case. So F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And that leaves you with an L. You can do it with either algorithm I showed you. I'll just show it from the back out as I do it. And that gets the white cross on top. And now to orient the corners, you need to learn no algorithm. You just flip the whole cube over on its top. So white is again on top. And then you do the 4-move sequence I showed you to put the white corners in. You do R, U, R prime, U prime, and you repeat that however many times it takes to put the edge in. As you see now, it is solved. Now here's a very important step. Do not rotate the cube for your next corner that you need to do. Instead, you do a D move, a normal D move, to get it there. If you rotate, it will mess up the whole cube. So first, then you see that this corner is unsolved. So then you do the same sequence of moves. This time it only took us 2 times. And now the whole top layer is oriented. And now to permute the corners, which is putting these two in the corners in the right places. For this, you'll need to learn 2 algorithms. So first, to switch these 2 corners. First, if you see that these 2 need to switch, you use this algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. And that solved all the corners. So if you want to switch 2 corners like this, then you're going to want to use that the adjacent swapping algorithm twice. So first you can hold the adjacent swap anywhere on the cube, so it can be from any angle. So you do the adjacent swap. And now you see you'll have another adjacent swap here. So then you do that adjacent swap. And you see now that solves all the corners. So for the top layer, permuting the edges, you can have 1 of 4 cases. The first one is where you have 3 edges misoriented and they kind of go in like a counterclockwise way. Then you do it. This is the algorithm for that. You do R, U prime, R, U, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R2. So if that was a little confusing, I'll just show that to you again. So it goes like this. RU prime. So R, and then top layer with your right thumb. Then RU, top with your right finger. RU again. Then R, U prime, R prime. So solve that wrong. U prime, R2. So that solves that case. So the other case you can get is where there are three edges unsolved and they cycle in like a clockwise manner. In that case, you do the same algorithm but with your left hand. So L prime U, L U prime, L U prime, L U L prime, U L2. So you shouldn't have trouble learning that. It's just the same algorithm I showed you there, except with your left hand. So like this. Like that. So before I continue to the next two cases, we're just going to learn a new notation, and that's M. So that's this middle layer. So M goes downwards like this. M prime goes upwards like this. So you can either do it with a flick with your finger like that, or you can do it like this. And M2 is just like that, or like that with a double flick with your fingers down there. So for this algorithm, for this case where you have two swaps, like a cross swap and then a cross swap, this is called the H perm. The previous three cycle ones were a U perm. So this is the H perm where these two switch and these two switch. Don't ask me why. That does not look like an H to me, but who cares? So the algorithm for that goes M2, U, or U prime, M2, U2, M2, U or U prime, M2. So this is how it would look if you're doing M with your right hand. And if you're doing M with your left hand, which I personally don't do, it would look like this. So you need to make sure you do the U moves in the same direction the whole time. For this last case, it's where you have an adjacent swap and an adjacent swap. This is the Z perm because if you hold it from this angle, it sort of makes a Z. Like this. So what you would do in that case is M prime, U prime, or U, M2, U prime, M2, U prime, M prime, U2, M2, U. So I realized that might have been confusing, so I'm doing it again. It goes like M prime, U prime, M2, U prime, M2, U prime, M prime, U2, M2, U. So that swaps these two. And that's basically it. That's all you need to know on how to solve the Rubik's Cube using the beginner's method. I hope this tutorial was helpful to you. If it did, please like this video and please consider subscribing to this channel. See you next video.